Hello again, this is the Craps Coach. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Thanks for joining in. And as always, if you enjoy the content, make sure you like. And if you want to be alerted to our new videos, make sure you subscribe. This is going to be a video in a series I'm calling Craps Basics. What we're going to talk about today is place bets and taking odds. But first, let's go over some basics here. So in craps, color represents value. So typically in craps, a white chip represents $1, a red chip represents $5, a green chip represents $25, and a black chip represents $100. Now there are other colors for the higher denominations, 500, 1,000, but I usually don't live within that world, so my world consists of white, red, green, and black. All right, the other thing I want to talk about is table minimums. All right, when you come up to the craps table, there'll be a sign, much like the one on the graphic, that will show what the table minimum is. In this case, it shows a minimum of $5. So this is a $5 table, and for the sake of this video, this will be a $5 table. It also shows what the maximum odds are. You can see it says 10 times odds. That will become important when we start talking about odds. All right, but I also want to define a unit. So I said this was a $5 table. This is a $5 chip. So this is also can be referred to as 1 unit, because at a $5 table, we bet in units. In units, we talk about units, and 1 unit would represent 5. If this was a $10 table, this would be $10 right there. That would be 1 unit. So unit is interchangeable with the table minimums. Okay, so the previous video in the series about the pass line, so I'm going to kind of demonstrate what first taking odds, and we're going to talk about true odds, then we'll get into place betting. So as you can see, the come out roll, buck is off, we're going to come out, put your $5 on your pass line because that's the table minimum. All right, let's say the shooter rolls a 10. All right, so puck goes to 10. All right, now as you know from the previous video, the object is to roll a 10 prior to rolling the 7. But now I want to talk about the best bet in the house, which is taking odds. Okay, so you take odds by putting chips behind your pass line bet like that. And you can put up to what the table maximum odds is. All right, so in that one sign I showed you, it said 10 times odds. So I could put, if I have 1 red chip down here, I could put up to 10 back behind it. Typically, casinos now use 3 times, 4 times, and 5 times odds. So just like if you had put $10 on the pass line, I could put up to 10 times what my base is. So that's kind of what taking odds is referring to, as far as 10 times odds, 3 times odds, 4 times odds, 5 times odds, etc. So in this case, let's say I'm taking, we'll just go 2 times odds, two odds. All right, so why is it the best bet in the house? Okay, so this graphic here, you can see that all the true odds are derived between the number that you're trying to make, in this case a 10, and its relationship to 6. Again, this bet right here, so this bet from the previous video, this is pass line, pays 1 to 1, so one unit down, you win 1. This pays true odds, which again is the best bet in the house. So when you look at the number 10, for example, because the point is 10, there are 3 ways to make a 10 compared to the 6 ways to make the 7. So you do some simple math, the 6 over 3 is the same as 2 over 1, or 2 to 1. So that means for every chip I have down, I get 2 back. So if I were to make the point and I made this, I would get 2 times my bet back. So that's odds are 2 to 1. Again, that's a great bet. This base bet would pay 1 to 1. And your odds bet would pay 2 to 1 because the point is 10. All right, now let's say, for example, let's say the point was, we'll say 9. We're just gonna go down the line here. So say the point is 9. Now again, this back bet behind it is taking odds, it pays its true odds. Again, if you look at the number of ways to make a 9, there are 4 ways to make a 9 compared to the 6 ways to make the 7. 6 over 4 is the same as 3 over 2, so it means 3 to 2. So for every 2 back behind, if you win, you'll get 3 chips, and this base bet will pay 1 to 1. So that are true odds as far as that goes. Okay, so let's just go down the line. Let's talk about the 8. So say now the point is 8. You put, again, 2 back behind it, taking odds, true odds, best bet in the house. I always encourage pass line players to take odds. Okay, again, the number of combinations to make an 8 is 5 compared to the number of ways to make a 7 is 6, so 6 over 5. So for every 5 that you have down, you win 6. So if the shooter were to throw the 8, pass line pays 1 to 1, and then this bet pays for every 5 you get 6. So you'd be paid with that. All right. You can see this symmetry in the graphic. So what applies to the 8 will apply to the 6, as far as the true odds. Same thing, the 5 and the 9 are kind of paired together with the odds that are paid on the 9 are the same that are paid on the 5, and the 10 and the 4 are paid the same way. So that's important to know that everything that, as far as being paid out on a 4, is the same way to be paid out on a 10. Okay, now let's kind of get into place bets. So place bets are paid at what is referred to as house odds, meaning they do not pay you the true odds, which I just went over. So they pay you house odds. So let's say in this game that we'll start here at 10. We'll say that the point is 10. So you can place these numbers. You can actually place them before the point's established. I wouldn't recommend it, but once the point is established, you can typically go ahead and make your place bets. The dealer has to book the bets for you. The bets that are within your reach are the pass line, the don't pass, the come, and the field bet. We'll talk about the bets in the center at a later video. Same with the don't come. That's within your reach, so you book those yourself, but the place bets have to be booked by the dealer. So again, in terms of units, we can see, we'll go over the 4 first. Again, it pays, if you can see from the chart, 9 to 5, and so for 1 unit, so 1 red, you would hand the chip or toss the chip to the dealer, and they would book the bet for you. So you can say something like, give me a 4, and you give him 1 red chip. He's going to know what that means, that your chip is going to go on the 4. And you can see from the chart now, for every 5 that you bet, if a 4 is rolled, you get 9 back. Again, that's not what it should be. Those are actually the true odds. The true odds, you should get 10 back. But this is where the casino takes an advantage and does not pay you out correctly. You're pleased with the number being rolled and you've won, but the casino actually shorted you a bit here. I will point out here that all these numbers are in yellow on this layout. That means these are not 1 roll bets. Typically red means 1 roll bet on a layout. So this bet is out and working for you until you either take it down, meaning you remove it, you call it off, which is the same thing as kind of removing it, or the shooter 7's out. They failed to make the point before they roll a 7. They roll a 7 before the point. All right, so go back here. If we place the 5, the same thing. You could go, give me a $5 5 and a $5 4. In this case, if you wanted those numbers, you hand the dealer $10 or two units, and you say, give me a 4 and a 5, and he would place them there. You can see, again, for here on the 5, we bet 5 to win 7. The odds are 7 to 5. Again, it's not the true odds that I showed you before, but you're still winning when the bets are placed. And then you can say for example, you can ask the dealer to book you a 6. Give me a $6 6. Again, that would be 1 unit. This is the one. 6 and 8 require units. A 6, as you can see in the chart, because of how it pays out. In this case, to bet 6, you'll win 7. Again, you could bet 5, but you're actually, if your 6 is rolled, you're going to get paid 5, because again, the casino only has 1s, 5s, 25s, 100s, etc. So they don't make change. The correct roll payout with this would be 550. They don't do that, so we just bet 6 to win 7. Okay, so what applies to the 4 will apply to the 8. Like if you wanted the 8, you could say, give me a $6 8. So a lot of lingo in this game, and then you could book this on the 9 too. So now these bets are out working until, and if that number is rolled, they pay out according to house odds. That is an important distinction. These place bets, or that are placed by you, booked by the dealer, are paid out at house odds. And you can see from the different graphics that what the house edge actually is. And so you can see when you get to the 6 and 8, it's a very small house edge, 1.52%, which is you know, not bad, but still they are not paying you out correctly. You should be able to bet 5 to win 6, but they pay house odds. So there's a lot of lingo as far as placing the bets, as far as what to say. For example, if the point was 10, you could say in this case, give me 27 across, and you hand the dealer $27, and the dealer knows exactly what to do. As far as placings, like if only you wanted the 5, 6, 8, 9, that's referred to as the inside numbers. You could say, give me the insides, and drop the dealer $22. The outsides are typically referred to as the 4 and the 10. In this case, you could do that. So again, just a quick video about taking odds, making place bets, and the difference between true odds and house odds. So, all right, I appreciate you joining in. Thanks for watching. If you've got anything to say, feel free to leave a comment, and we'd be more than happy. And as always, please like and subscribe. Thanks for watching.